Look at all that snow and ice. Ice and snow, guys. Ooh. Someone left their gloves here. What the heck? Those look like some nice winter gloves. BikeBlogger here. BikeBlogger here. Top of the day. Top of the day. I actually just ran a 10K, so I'm a little tired, but let's go biking now. Let's mix it up. Topic of the day. Topic of the day. ISPs, internet service providers. A little rant for you. A little rant for you. Yeah, so I've been having problems with my internet connection on my other channel. I think I'm kind of getting worked out, but it's a big hassle because I only have really one service provider for internet where I live. It's basically a monopoly. There is another service, DSL, like through the phone lines. It's slower than it used to be, which is a weird thing. Years ago, there were actually some competition between cable internet with the coax cables and then DSL with the telephone lines. But now the DSL speeds are even lower than they used to be, so it's not even a competition anymore. So really my only choice is cable internet. I don't have fiber. I wish I had fiber, but I don't have fiber. There's some neighborhoods near downtown where I live, in the kind of like in the really dense areas of the city. I don't live in downtown though, but they supposedly have fiber, and I think there's some more wealthy neighborhoods out in the suburbs that have fiber, but not where I live, not where I live, so that's really annoying. I've had so many issues, but one thing I found out I could do is when my home internet is down, I can use a hotspot with my phone. Now, phone services will limit you to how much you can use hotspotting because, I don't know, I guess phone data is meant to just be for mobile, you know, like you're out and about mobilely, not for your home. I think actually there might be something written into the contract you sign when you set up a mobile data phone plan where you're not to use it for home use, not for your home internet. But you can use hotspotting for your home internet with your phone if your internet goes down and your electricity is still on. That's another thing. Cable internet, it gets power from the electrical grid. So if the power goes out, you'll lose your cable internet anyway. But DSL, as I remember it, I haven't had it for years, it's to the phone lines. So even if you lose your electricity at your home, you could still possibly have internet access to the phone lines if you have like a battery backup or something. Now, I don't have a home generator, but if you have a generator that would run like a few appliances or something, if you lose your electricity, the generator will not be able to power your cable internet. It's all this weird, interesting trivia I never knew about, never really thought about, because I never really had the issue. Rarely has my internet completely gone out, but it's been out for like days, like multiple days. It's horrible, horrible. I have a tiny data plan too on my mobile data on my phone, so because I'm a cheapskate, I could probably spend an extra $20 a month and get a lot more mobile data, but I don't want to do that. I'm a cheapskate. I'm a cheapskate. That's okay. Cheapskate bike blogger. I'd rather spend that money on bike stuff. Yeah. Get myself some new brakes. I could probably use new brakes. Oh yeah. Let me stop up here for a second. I'm not riding my usual Wabi Lightning bike. I'm riding my other single speed bike. Typically ride this when the roads are salted, just because I don't want to mess up my nice steel framed bicycle. This is a aluminum framed bike. It's a older bike. I think it came out in, I have it on my website, bikeblogger.com/site. It's an aluminum frame bike. I built it up. I think it's like really lightweight. It's all the details are online. This is let me show you from the crank side here. This is a Specialized Langster. These used to be very popular back in the 2000s. They had all different versions of them. This is just the basic 2008, 2007 version. I don't know. Man, that seems like forever ago, doesn't it? I bought it used though, so. Man, used bikes ain't cheap, just like used cars. Everything's expensive right now, but hey, you know, if you're on the bottom, if you've been on the bottom end of the economic food chain, so to speak, at least your wages are up than they used to be. All right, so yeah, ISP stuff, man, I just gotta complain. I gotta do a little rant. I'm sorry, guys. Next week, hopefully I get this uploaded here. My internet comes back in time. But yeah, next week will be the 1000th video. I have no idea what to do for the 1000th video. We'll just talk about whatever, guys. It's all good. If there's something you particularly want me to talk about, leave a comment in the comment section below this video. I'll give it a read and maybe touch on something if you're interested in me talking about something next week. Woo! Just taking it easy right now. Woo! It's actually not that bad right now. It's about 40 Fahrenheit. There was some snow, but it melted like right away. It has been a very, very temperate, very mild winter so far. Cross the fingers. Oh my gosh, I still have my fingerless gloves on. Yeah, it's not that bad out here right now. Whew. Yeah, with the mobile internet, you can get unlimited data, but I think there's always a data cap, and the point where they start throttling your speeds. But yeah, it's actually not that bad though, because I was doing some speed tests with mobile, just using mobile data like phone for home internet. And compared to home internet using a Wi-Fi adapter, like not just Ethernet, you know, wired internet, but using a Wi-Fi adapter off my router, the speeds were like, I'm getting kind of nerdy here, but like the ping times, I mean, they were even better than my router. That means my router probably has bad, it's probably going through walls and stuff, and it's just slowing stuff down or something, or having interference or whatever. But it's like, wow, the hotspot's better than my regular internet in that respect. Getting a better sensitivity or whatever. Let's get around pedestrian on the left. They actually redid this whole area over here. I think they've been working on it for a while. They got like a bunch of construction and stuff over here. Kind of wanting to trying to limit my time on the roads right now. When we get a good rain and it doesn't, you know, freeze and I don't have to put more salt down. When we get a good rain, it'll clear away a lot of that salt and grime and stuff off the roads. Right now, I'm almost rather ride my bike on the gravel. I do want to go to the Katy Trail again. Rails to Trails system. I haven't done that in a while. What I want to do is, because I don't think I filmed it, I want to ride all the way to the eastern end. I don't know if they've extended it since then. Man, this was like 10 years ago or something, but I don't think I filmed that end of it. I took it pretty far west to the point where I had to drive my car from home like an hour and a half and then start from, you know, that point on going westward. It started to get a little ridiculous. I much prefer to, if I'm gonna drive my car somewhere to ride my bike, I wanna ride my bike longer than I would be sitting in the car to get there and back. Otherwise it kind of seems like a waste. That's all right. It's kind of muddy here actually, guys. A little muddy. Let's keep going up the gravel trail here. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing over here. Some sort of utility work or something. Been working over here for a while. I think it's water pipes. I think I recognize the name on that truck. They will replace the water mains around where I live. They must be replacing all the water mains. Man, our infrastructure is all screwed up. By that I mean it's like all like 70 years old. Everything's breaking now in this country. It's kind of funny since we didn't really get, since this country didn't get leveled during World War II, it's like all our stuff is still, east of the Mississippi at least, is all pretty dang old and hasn't been replaced or anything since, I don't know, the early 1900s. Or the 1920s or whatever. Woo! Downhill, we're going downhill. I feel like riding on the gravel. I haven't done that in a while. Gravel grinding, gravel grinding, gravel grinding. Up the hill. Whew. So yeah, I tried to doing all the stuff to try to fix my internet too, because I was figuring, well, the first thing to do, just little tips here. If you're having internet problems, first thing they'll always tell you to do is power cycle. Power cycle means just unplug your modem and your Wi-Fi router if you have it. And then you want to simplify, you know, try to eliminate weak points, you know, points that could be messing up, you know, when you're doing the test. You want to do the very basic test first on the very simplest things, like swap out the cables. Maybe you have a bad cable, maybe you have a bad port, move your cable around. We're talking about hardware issues here pretty much. You know, take the router out of the equation. A modem has a socket on the back that you attach a cable to, and then you attach that cable to your router. Well, instead of that, unconnect, is that a word? Disconnect, I guess. Disconnect your router and take that same cable and plug it directly into your computer, your laptop or desktop Ethernet port. So that way you don't have to, so that way you eliminate the router as possibly a source of the issue. And if you got internet, then you know the problem is probably your router, not the modem. You can also get a new modem. I feel that's kind of risky though. You never know if you might get a worse modem than the one the ISP gave you. Let me go right here. But these newer modems, they can do faster speeds, so it's not a bad idea to get a new one if you really need it. A lot of times they'll just give you one for free, or it's included because it's property of the ISP. Whew. Also, of course, update your drivers. We're talking software now. Update your LAN/Ethernet card, Wi-Fi, all that good stuff, all your motherboard drivers. Make sure you have all that back-end software up to date on your computer. What are some other tips if you're having problems with internet access? Of course, use Ethernet cable wired connection when you're doing these tests. So again, you're eliminating the possibility of a problem with your router. In terms of routers, I don't really have a preference. A lot of people seem to like ASUS, A-S-U-S, just whatever fits your needs on Amazon or wherever. Router's not that important, I think. Another issue could be firewalls, you know. Make sure whatever application if you're having a problem with something, make sure your firewall isn't blocking the application. You shouldn't have to do any port forwarding. Man, I'm getting nerdy, aren't I? Shouldn't have to do port forwarding, I don't think. Just make sure I'm talking about Windows here. Go to the Windows security firewall page or whatever on, was it Windows 10? That's what I'm still using. I'm not using Windows 11 yet. Well, that's another idea. I guess you could update your operating system. Make sure you have an up-to-date operating system. Maybe I need to switch to Windows 11. I don't know. I'm always kind of slow to adopt things, you know. So I want to wait a few versions and make sure they get any bug fixes, especially when they're doing big updates. Make sure there's like no hot fixes they're going to need to do shortly down the line, so you don't run into stupid issues like that. Because they try to do like a beta releases on some things and still not good enough till it reaches enough people. And then I'll do my update usually when things start breaking. If it ain't broken, don't fix it, you know. That's my saying. That's the saying. That's the saying. What else did I try messing around with? I'm trying to think. Guess that's about it. Can't think of other things you could do to fix the problem. I had a list of stuff. If you have internet issues, of course, it could be an outage in the area. But as I understand it, supposedly your internet service provider doesn't know you're having issues unless you tell them. Now, I think that's kind of bull. I think they do know, or they would know. They'd be able to see it. They'd be able to see your modem's not getting a signal. But that probably happens to people all the time, so they're not like watching every individual modem when something goes down and then going to notify, oh, hey, your internet's down. You know, they'll just wait for you to tell them. Then they should be able to see it though. They could try restarting stuff on their end. I don't think there's a magic thing they can do on their end. You might have to have a field tech come out and look at something. Of course, the absolute worst case scenario is hardware outside of your building. You know, it could be you have a problem between, you know, the power line and your home or business or whatever, and they would have to fix the cabling, you know, from the street basically to your home, and that could take multiple service calls till they finally get around to fixing that. Because, you know, they want to figure out, just like anything, you want to make sure you eliminate all the easy fixes first, because you don't want to spend more time on stuff you don't have to. Whew. Of course, it could be, you know, it could definitely be an outdoor thing if you're in a storm. If like you have an overhead line and it get knocked down, well, that would obviously be the problem. And they should be able to fix that pretty easily. But if it's something like a line gets disintegrated or something, like something happens to it, that could be a little bit more of a hassle of fixing, as I understand it, reading online. Whew. But yeah, hopefully that isn't your problem. I think that's kind of why we don't have, why they don't have fiber internet around where I live, because we already have internet, and if not everybody's clamoring for it, it's kind of like, and you're a monopoly, like what's the incentive really, right? But I think, I've read online, supposedly it's coming, you know, like there's gonna be faster upload, upstream, downstream internet speeds in the next couple of years maybe. Some places are getting it. I think you're at a greater chance of getting it though if you're rich and you're getting it, like you're building a new home or something. But existing homes, existing buildings and stuff, not so much. And the thing is, it's like, if I wanted to get faster speed, it's not really possible in a residential setting, because basically the way that works is you get a new line drawn to your home. This is like quote unquote business internet, but yeah, really crummy choices around where I live. There's like no competition. It's like capitalists are all for capitalism until there's competition, and they don't want that. Ranting and raving. Oh man, it's getting cold. I've been out here for like over an hour. Not riding my bike, but I've been out here, and it's pretty freaking cold. You can see the sun up there, kind of, yeah? It's behind the clouds. Don't stare at the sun, don't stare at the sun. Oh yeah, guys, just remember, there's a solar eclipse coming in the United States, visible in the Midwest where I live. I think it's like soon, isn't it? Is it like in April or something, in a couple months, a few months from now? To check that out, that'd be cool. There's another one like about 5 years or so ago, I think, if I remember correctly, back in 2017 or something. I don't remember. It was a little while ago. Woo-wee, it is freezing. It is freezing. Let's slow it down here. Let me get off the road. Let's get back onto the gravel. Plop. Look at all that snow and ice. Ice and snow, guys. Woo. Really sandy over here by the water. All right. A little bit of shot of some snow for you, and you see where the ducks and stuff were walking on the water. Actually, those look like human footprints. That's creepy. Be careful walking on that ice. Whoa, look at those kids over there. Look at that. Isn't that cool? All right, so they're running on the ice. Great parenting. Great parenting. Wow. See, the reason why there's a big mound over there, you see that? Is because they didn't turn the water off. I don't know what the city was thinking. They left the water running on that fountain. That was a little lake over there. I don't know if that's something to try to prevent the pipes from freezing. You know how you keep water flowing to the pipes? I don't know, it's just sort of weird though. Like they didn't turn it off, so then the fountain froze in place. Man, my fingers are freezing. I've been out here too long. I think it's the wind chill on the bike. It's doing it, man. Woo! There's probably gonna be people ice skating up over here. Let's see. There's a little ice rink over here. Let's take a look at that. since it's winter time. Usually they'll play some music and have like a little bonfire going and stuff at night. It's not night right now, it's just kind of afternoon time right now, after work right now. Whew. Man, I still smell like burnt something around here. They cleared this area, like they did a controlled burn, but I still smell it. Not sure when that was exactly. It was kind of recent, I guess. Yeah, so there's a ice rink behind the bushes over there. Kind of think I hear music. Don't copyright claim me. Don't copyright me. Yeah, see if you'll ice skating over there. I can't ice skate, by the way. That's a little bit of trivia for you. Bike blogger can't skate. Bike blogger can bike. Bike blogger can't skate though. I need like what do you call it? Like those ankle reinforced skates or whatever. I don't know. I guess I have weak ankles, or I don't have the correct muscles or whatever for skating. It's all good. Look at that. It's all frozen over there too. Everything's so cold, guys. Why am I not wearing the right gloves? I was like, I'm not wearing the right gloves. I should have been wearing different gloves. That's okay. It's all right, man. The whole sky is clouded. It's like I can't even really see the blue. It's just so dark. Classic winter, man. Classic winter, guys. Whew. I don't know what the deal is here. I wonder if they salted the bike trail. Could be. It's all discolored. Here I am trying to avoid the salt on the roads right now, and I'm just riding through salt anyway on the bike trail. I think they probably did salt it because this is also used as a walking path, and they got a construction project back there. I don't know if you can see it. So a lot of the construction workers, I think, park over here. They're also doing construction over here. Look at all that stuff. Doing a lot of work over there. So I think people are going to walk back and forth here a lot. So they might have salted this part of the bike trail only. See if we can go through the construction. Hey, that cyclist, yeah, we can get over through here. He came through here. All right. Big equipment, big construction equipment. Whew. Some big pipes too. Got the big pipes. Cool. Not really doing any work right now. It is getting late in the day. All right. Up the hill. Alright. Up. Look how white the road is. That's all salt. Up. Up to here. Up to here. Whew. Utility work ahead. What? It's so weird. It's like they're doing all these construction projects in the winter. Usually you do work in the summer. So I don't know what's the deal. A lot of stuff they gotta fix in the cold, I guess. Usually it's not the best time to be doing construction work. Whew. Bump. There's a bump up ahead. There's a bump up ahead. Watch out for the bump. Oh wait, zip. We avoided the bump. That's how we do this. That's how we do it on the BikeBlogger channel. On the BikeBlogger channel. Man, it is weird. The road's all white. White road. All the salt, dust. Around here they use salt primarily, although they do have this like liquid chemical spray stuff they use too, but I don't think it works as well even in like really cold temperatures. I think you still got to use the salt. Whew. I think that's a newer thing. I don't know. I'm just rambling, guys. I'm just rambling today. Whew. It's weird how the salt is kind of whoosh whoosh on the sidewalk there. It's like they sprayed a little bit of the sidewalk with the truck that came by with the salt earlier. All right, made it up the hill. I think I'm gonna jump onto the trail again. See, there used to be more gravel on here, but they need to replenish it or something. I don't know what the deal is. It's kind of funny. Look at all this equipment. I don't think they even have that many employees. They have more equipment than they do have people, I think, working for the parks department. All right, downhill. Downhill. Whee. Nice and easy. Don't need to fall. No need to fall. Man, I am freezing. This wind chill, guys. It's real. The wind chill's real. Up the hill. I heard the lions roaring earlier at the zoo. It's like a zoo over here to the right. Oh, we're going in a tunnel, guys. Going in a tunnel. Going in a tunnel. BikeBlogger. 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 Guys, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Up the hill. Up the hill. Up the hill. Woo. Oh, they're all slowed down on the highway over there. Ride a bike.